Hello everyone, so during this episode of the Skyline build, we'll be working on getting this thing off the jack stands and actually sitting on the ground.
Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well, and thank you for tuning into Moose Motion. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed the content, comment below what you think, share with your friends, and perhaps consider subscribing if you're new, and be sure you have your post notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new content. Anyway, thank you for your support, it's highly appreciated.
So the first thing we're going to do to the car here in order to get it off the jack stands is, give it a set of tires, and for that we're going to use some plasticine clay, and it's obviously going to be black in color because, tires are black, so therefore use black plasticine. Pop your rims off and basically just wrap them up in the clay plasticine, and there you go, you have some tires. Would also like to wish you all a happy Easter, or at least a delayed one. Hope it was good. I was hoping to have this video posted sooner. Unfortunately, there was some delays and, my entire workshop basically got organized, and then, if you're a TikTok follower, you probably saw what my studio looks like, and I'll give you a small example of some of the new toys later on during this video, in which I got to help speed up the process in making these little clay car projects. We'll also be going over the body on this car quite a bit during this episode, fixing a lot of the body lines, as well as carving out those rear fenders to make everything properly spin, as well as carving out the front fenders quite a lot to basically get a good radical steering radius, so that way, it's a drift car and we can get some stupid angles with it because it will look cool in the animation process with this thing's wheels basically turned pretty much 90 degrees will be kind of the idea. At least what I'm hoping for. I'm probably going to have to do some work on the turbos later on, but that is for a future episode. And if by chance you haven't caught up on the rest of the build series, links are available in the post description below, as well as a few of my cartoons. And as always, be sure to keep your eyes peeled for Milton the Moose. He will pop up at some point during the build, and if you timestamp correctly when he shows up, you will get a shout out in the next how-to video. And for those of you who aren't familiar with who Milton is, he's the little mascot. He's essentially a goofy-looking moose character. He's pretty hard to miss. So now that the car is actually sitting on the ground, this will be the point where we're actually getting into, the carving, sanding, and painting, and all that fun stuff. But we will also give the car a nice shot of clear coat at the end, giving it a nice, shine, so it actually starts looking, more like an actual car towards the actual end of this video. Apart from it, still being in several pieces, it still has to be, obviously assembled at this point, but we're getting one step closer, that is for sure. So, not too much longer from now, and we'll be adding plasticine to this little clay car, and, it will be featuring in an animation shortly after that. So, if you appreciate all the hard work that I put into these things, be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment below what you think of the car, or perhaps leave a suggestion for what you would like to see on it, because, this one's actually based mostly off the comment section, pretty much on, most of my social media platforms, which happens to be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and, if you're not a follower on any of those other ones, be sure to check out the links in the post description once again. You will find links to most of my, social media handles there, so that way you can stay up to date in between my video posts, essentially, from YouTube. And be sure to subscribe if you're perhaps new to the channel and just happen to be surfing around on YouTube and are a fan of art and or cars. This is definitely the channel for you because, I'm basically a big gearhead. I also like, doing other things. I have monster animations and dinosaurs and stuff like that, which are also future projects, but the main focus of this channel is obviously, the rolling sculptures, which is generally just a term of speech, but here we actually take that quite literally. Anyway, I will let you continue watching the video. I will talk to you towards the end and give you a quick build rundown, and we'll talk about what we'll be working on next time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hello again, my dear viewers, and thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. So obviously the biggest hurdle we got over this episode is, well, fixing all those body lines, which was, well, a lot more work than expected. There was definitely a decent amount of off-screen work, which is part of the reason why this video is so off schedule, and for my lack of sleep, unfortunately. As well as, well, obviously the car is no longer sitting on jack stands. It's actually sitting on the ground at this point, so that's pretty cool. As well, obviously all the wheels are working quite well at this point. The rears spin quite freely, as well as the steering is, well, probably amongst the largest steering radius amongst all the clay cars so far. So that will definitely be a lot of fun during the animation process. Definitely looking forward to that, so be sure to subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any of the new, well, upcoming drift animations that I'll be working on with this little clay car. So in the future, obviously there's a lot of pre-assembly to do. We're going to add that ducktail spoiler that I was working on later, as well as sticking that engine inside. Obviously the turbos are probably going to need a little bit of massaging due to the radical steering radius at this point. So there's that to look forward to. But at this point, it won't be too much longer till this little clay car is finished. Anyway, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the content, comment below what you think, share with your friends, and perhaps consider subscribing if you're new. Anyway, that's enough from me. Until next time, take it easy.